Good evening. After 6 years of uncertainty, it took a jury a matter of hours to decide that Fabian Gonzales should go to prison for his role in the death and dismemberment of 10-year-old Victoria Martens. While Gonzales was not facing a murder charge, a jury determined he did create a situation so dangerous it led to her killing. News 13's Brittany Bate has reaction from the courtroom today.
Well, Jess, in just a few weeks, Victoria Martens would have celebrated her 16th birthday. The jury siding with what the state has been arguing for years, that Victoria would still be alive if Fabian Gonzales never entered her life.
We find the defendant guilty of child abuse with reckless disregard.
A guilty verdict against Fabian Gonzales, helping bring some closure to the family of Victoria Martens.
I think they were relieved. I think, to have some closure after this much time, after it's been 6 years since Victoria's death, I think it meant a lot to them.
Victoria's family sitting through 3 long weeks of emotional testimony, forced to hear how their granddaughter was strangled.
Based on what I've seen the entirety of the investigation, Victoria fought like a hero for her life.
And the horrific events that followed when Gonzales and his cousin Jessica Kelly dismembered her, cut out her organs, and tried to dispose of her body.
The plan was to get rid of Victoria. We're going to get rid of her. We're going to cut her up. We're going to get her out. We're going to get all this stuff out. But in the end, Jessica went off the rails, or off the chain, so to speak. She ruined the plan.
In her closing arguments, Deputy District Attorney GREER STALEY saying she believes Kelly, Gonzales, and Victoria's mother, Michelle, are all lying about what really happened in the Martens West Side apartment to try and protect themselves, further complicating an already complex case.
I mean, this is definitely the biggest case I've ever seen or been involved in.
The case took a drastic shift in 2018 when the DA announced unknown male DNA was found on Victoria's back, leading prosecutors to believe Jessica Kelly's original story, that a mystery man killed Victoria to send a message to Gonzales.
One thing that was important for us is that Ms. Kelly made those remarks not directly to us and not when it was convenient for her.
Kelly was offered and took a plea deal, agreeing to testify against Gonzales, saying on the stand Gonzales was high on meth and that he played a major role in trying to hide Victoria's body.
Because he was like, "For real, cuz? What the f?" And I was like, "For real? Like, what are we gonna do? We have to get rid of her body? Like, no." And he said, "All right, we'll take turns."
While Victoria's life was frozen at 10 years old, for the last 3 years, Gonzales has been allowed to live a relatively normal life while out on house arrest, even getting married last year. That all changing this morning.
I think he's shocked. I mean, I know his wife is very upset and distraught.
Gonzales, who was not visible in court today due to a positive COVID test, was immediately taken into custody. His defense team maintaining Gonzales is innocent, arguing Jessica Kelly killed Victoria herself and the state bought into a lie.
The person who killed little Victoria made a plea bargain and testified falsely in this case, and she's probably laughing now at the fact that the state of New Mexico accepted her version of what happened. And I thought we had disproved it, but I think emotions ruled the day.
The state believes there is a fourth man, and they are happy with the jury's verdict, even though this case is still not closed.
We are always hopeful that the investigation will yield this other person that we have charged in the case. But for now, I think that this is a really great result.
Gonzales, who is now 37, could spend anywhere from 18 to about 40 years behind bars. He will be sentenced in around 2 months. Jess?
All right, thank you, Brittany. Gonzales' defense team says they will be appealing his conviction. Jessica Kelly is serving a 44-year prison sentence. Michelle Martens has not been sentenced but faces between 12 to 15 years.